young monkey. Well, I suppose it would be a young one if it was Leonardo DiCaprio. It's hardly going to be a 40-year-old.
Has returned.
Well,
Oh, yeah, Collie.
I've been called worse. I could say that the xenomorph, the face hugger, or is it just because I'm from Dublin? Um,
Yes.
it's hard to know. But yes, this is the movie we're going to be talking most about today. It is the return of Alien, and I suppose, Seamie, a bit like myself, a man of a certain vintage, like the first couple of Alien movies were really groundbreaking movies, and then they went off, and people kind of, it's a bit like the Terminator movies. People go, "Oh, here we go again," and they keep on
Yeah.
trying to, invent it for a new generation and stuff, and you just go, "Oh, maybe you should leave it alone." And sometimes you feel like that, don't you? And that
Yeah.
was very much my feeling before we went in, right? And I was thinking about it. The first Alien had such a great slogan, in space, no one can hear you scream. And then in the next one, Aliens, this time it's war. And then it just went downhill. And then I was thinking when I was watching this, what would the slogan be for this one? And I think it has to be Alien Romulus. This time it's good because it's really good, Seamie. And I was such a pleasant surprise. I'd heard sort of stuff on Twitter and Reddit and stuff like that. And you go, yeah, but they always say that because they're people who are paid to, give the
Yeah,
movies a
yeah, yeah.
plug and all that sort of stuff. Or I'm sure they're not biased, but they're kind of getting free supper. So they're going to say nice things about it. But I'd say I was about 10 minutes into this movie and I was going, it feels like Alien. And one of the things, if you remember about the original one, is these people weren't space warriors or heroes or they were basically space truckers. This is a day-to-day miserable job. Just instead of driving down the N17, they're flying between planets, but it's a tough job that they're just working away. And this set on a mining planet, and it's run by the company. And like, for all the Irish people who went to the States or went to Australia and found themselves working for the company, they were paid in the company bar. You could only buy company bar. It's that sort of world that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's really about the world now, even though it's set in the future. And then they decide to break out and find this spaceship. But what's there waiting for them? I was on the edge of my seat through all this.
You were on the edge
Yeah.
of your seat.
And what's great about it is a bit nostalgic. And it reminded me a bit of when Star Wars came back with the old cast and The Force Awakens. I didn't love the other one so much, but The Force Awakens, where they did enough nostalgia for old people like me to get into it. But they also introduced new characters and made it new and fun and exciting for people who weren't around for the first one. And I thought it was the great thing of it. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel, but they also didn't just do fan service and repeat themselves. The bad guys are scary. There's lots of running around. And I know usually at this point I'd be saying, let's play the clip, but we're not playing a clip because it is so atmospheric. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say silence, because there's always sound, there's always noise, whether it's the beeper of the motion tracker, which people will remember for the second one. Obviously, people being quiet, but the clanking of the metal as they're trying to sneak past the aliens. I thought this was really good. It is genuinely quite scary in a good way.
Yes.
It's creepy. And in the last 15 minutes, go bananas. Now, I was on board for it. I think maybe a few people will go, come on. But like, it's way better than, the Alien Predator ones. It's better than all the prequels. So I would say, look, it's probably not as good as the first two, but that's because you can't go back in the past. You can't reinvent it. You can't make it the first time you saw the alien come out of the chest. You can never replace that again. But what it is, it's comfortably the third best one. You can forget about all the others and just go in this. It goes Alien, Aliens, and now Alien Romulus. It's just a great popcorn. Well, I don't know how much you'll eat during it, but it's a great. Just a great, weird, sexy, frightening movie, and I really, really enjoyed it way more than I thought I would do. We've had a few sequels this summer, like we had Ghostbusters and stuff like that we're going, that's all right, but yeah, this is a real up. Twisters was great fun, and now it's tremendous crack. I really, we've had a very strong week at the cinema, and this is now a cherry on top. I really enjoyed it. I think people will really like it.
When does Alien arrive, or when?
So it arrives tomorrow.
Yes.
It hatches tomorrow, and I recommend it. It's a 15A, and I think people will really like it. Even if they haven't seen Alien, I think you could get into it, even if you've never seen the other ones. But if you have seen the other ones and you're a bit soured by the last few and you're disappointed, this is the where to start in again. You'll fall in love. Well, not fall in love with the Alien again. Fall in love with the movie franchise. You'll still hate the Alien. Still freaky.
Yeah,
still
well, I'm not mad at I used to think, but I love Alien. I loved the original Sigourney Weaver, all that, and she was brilliant. And it's great
the woman the young girl who's kind of the hero of it, is kind of playing the Ripley role. Her name is Kaylee Spencer. We last saw her as Priscilla in that movie, and like, talk about a change. She's great. She's great. You can't take the camera loves her. She's brilliant. She's fun, exciting, and you really believe her as this sort of action hero. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, and we're looking forward to that. Can't wait for that. Now we have something for the younger audience.
Yeah, something for the younger audience. What really caught our eye on this one, it's produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. So it's a story about a young monkey. Well, I suppose it would be a young one if it was Leonardo DiCaprio. It's hardly going to be a 40-year-old. But we played the clip and people will get an idea. Will we, Seamie?
All right, that's the same one, Jake.
It's no big deal. Just swing across.
I can make it.
Doubt it. You've probably never been outside these walls, am I right?
I've been living in an orphanage with humans.
Ozzy speaks sign language, and she's a social media influencer.
What happened to our home? I will stop them.
Yeah,
I'm liking the clip so far. Anyway,
yeah, it's very cute, Seamie, and like, you know, it's what it is. It's a lovely tale of a way of getting through to young people who are pretty good on this stuff, but the importance of the environment and showing how and what an impact we all have in places that we seem far away, that the products we buy, the stuff we have, it has an impact, and without doing it in a lectury way, but making us all aware, because we all should be, young and old, aware of this. Now, you might be going, yeah, an orangutan who's a social media influencer, but like, I've just been talking to you about an alien who has acid for blood, you know, and we no problem believing that. So it is lovely. You know, we're talking probably under 8s, but I think mum and dad will enjoy this, and it is a good message, and you know, it's an excuse to get them to go home then and tidy their bedroom and recycle everything. So it's not it's a nice family story for lots of kids have seen everything at this stage, so the last couple of weeks of the holidays, it's a nice one.
Okay, that's Oz, the voice of the forest. When is that opening?
That opens tomorrow as well.
Opens tomorrow. Okay, we're on the Spider-Man trilogy. It's number 3.
Number 3, which is the one that people kind of go, not so sure about. So I'm really looking forward. I'm going to watch this tomorrow morning myself, because it'll be interesting to see 20 years later or so on. How was it? And this was where the Venom character came in, which we didn't know anything about at the time, and now has had a load of its own movies. So it'll be interesting to see it again with the fresh light of day. Obviously, Spider-Man is always good, but of the 3 Tobey Maguire ones, this is considered the weird one. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again, because, you know, it's funny, sometimes you watch these things again and you go, time has been kind to it. So this is number 3, and then next week we get on to the Andrew Garfield ones. So we're going to be talking about these for a few weeks yet.
We are indeed. Right, Mr. Monday is Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly Me to the Moon, another movie that I'm going to watch again, Seamie, because I was quite down on this the first time around.
Yes, you were.
I really liked the movie. I didn't like the moon thing, the conspiracy theory. And a couple of friends to me said, I got it wrong. They said I got it wrong. I said I was right about that. It was an enjoyable movie, but I was wrong about the conspiracy side of things, that I was... got the opposite end of the stick. So I'm going to watch this again. You'll find me there on Monday as well, because I'm going to watch it again and see if they're right. But the romantic comedy, the Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum bit, that bit's great. I think we were always on board with that.
You were on board with that. So that's Missed It Monday.
It's a Monday for a $5. You can't go wrong.
For a $5, could go wrong.
See, was I
right? It's been an incredible week at the cinema, right? And I was watching some of your posts on that, and you were thanking people. You were so busy in the cinema all week.
It was
incredibly busy. And one of the films that's done a lot of business is Ends With Us.
Yeah, and Ends With Us. Now, I knew it was popular. We kind of said it last week. We knew the book was popular. I knew book clubs everywhere I'd read it, but it just didn't realize how popular. But it's amazing as well. A rising tide lifts all boats. When people start going to the cinema to see one movie, other people go and see the others. But it's great to see, and it's something you and I have banged on about a lot. I love my superhero movies, and I love those sort of things. But, you know, they're always cinema is often quite blokey, and that go where are the movies aimed at women, and they go they don't sell. It shows you if you make stuff that women are interested in, they will go to the cinema as well. And it's not just for girls. Last week, when we were talking about this movie, I said I watched it expecting not to like it, and I only saw the first hour. The next day, I went back and watched the second hour, which shows you that I was really interested in it. And like, I knew how it would end, but I was really wanted to go on that journey with them. They're very interesting. Blake Lively's she's a good actress, and she's really, the screen loves her. The fact that I enjoyed it means its target audience is going to love it. But we'd like 250 people. We're a small town, cinema in a small town. We'd 250 people turning up on Tuesday night alone to see it. And they turned up for the $5.95 night. They also turned up for the director's lounge. So it's great to see. It's great to see people supporting local businesses. But I love the arts, whether it's whether it's going out to see Sligo live or whether it's going to the cinema. It's great to see people coming out and supporting businesses and not
Okay. I gotta. Hey, look. That's all we got time for. That is Collie on the movies on Eclipse Cinemas Bundoran. Have a good week at the movies, you.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Talk to you back here Thursday.
See you next week. Bye.